What do I say about this? Get into your studio and try something completely new. I'm doing it.
I'm loving these big loop-de-loops.
Anyway, loop-de-loop, that could be what you call me from now on. Loop-de-loop.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm a Canadian artist. I'm carried in galleries across the country, and I coach and teach here on YouTube. Now let's get back to the abstract that I'm trying out. Okay, so I'm sitting on my couch and I am sipping a glass of wine, and I thought that I would do a little bit of a voiceover for this part. Randomly, guys, it was so random. I was working in my gallery, in my studio. I always call it a gallery, in my studio. And all of a sudden, I grabbed a canvas and I started doing this abstract. I have, and you can see in the background, I have that wall, that plywood wall that I staple canvas to and that I am practicing on. And I think, once I found that mop brush, oh my goodness, that changed everything. And I think I'm on to something. But this day, I don't know what got into me. I just decided to grab a canvas that was already stretched, and I just decided to go for it. It was a total distraction. It was a total pivot from what my day was. I am a landscape painter. And if you know, or if you follow me at all, you know that I'm in several galleries across the country, and they must be watching me spending time doing these abstracts going, Julia, what the heck are you doing? These are not what the clientele have grown accustomed to buying from you. Okay, look at that. Look at those drips. And as I'm learning to do abstract, I don't know what I was thinking. I was resistant to tools or necessarily scraping or things that didn't make sense to me. But as I'm practicing this, I think I'm coming to something that is becoming my own. It was really interesting. Now, I don't even know the word for it, but I started making marks that looked like script, but illegible. Randomly, YouTube showed me a video by a lady who was discussing mark making that looks like script, but that is illegible. And she showed a whole bunch of techniques to do that. And I thought, oh my goodness, I totally came upon something without even knowing it. So I feel like because that happened, that might be a signature thing for me. The abstract artists that I've been watching have often been talking about signature strokes. And I do think, I do think that your tools actually matter in creating that. So I'm learning all about what tools will make a bigger shape, a smaller shape. Whoop, there I added a bunch of white without being on film. And I think I'm just simply learning how to trust my color balance. I'm actually studying a lot more about color theory. This project, this abstract exploration has really become something that I'm quite enjoying. And I really like how this one is turning out. So I thought I would just get on here and chatter through painting this abstract. So if you saw, I'm switching it around. I'm doing all the things that the abstract artists are telling me to do, to switch it, to use different marks, to do different size brushes and things like that. Then I'm trying to take them to the oil painting studio that I have set up in my husband's garage. That part is actually quite intimidating. I'm actually really, really, really enjoying the abstract painting with acrylic. Okay. So here I found a scrubby brush in my studio, and I decided to scrape a little bit into the surface. It really actually was quite cool. So I am getting excited by all the different marks and the different building, and I'm starting to understand that you don't fall in love with the first layers, and that you just do really keep building and building and building. It's like a piece of furniture that's been painted over and over and over. And you think about the history, that first time it got painted, and then the layers and the cracks. And here I'm adding some red. I actually do have a landscape photo that's sitting on, and I'll show you it at the end of the video, that's sitting on my table, that has a color, kind of a color theme that I'm trying to use. And I really do love using a 6B graphite, and then I spray. So there's that scrapey thing. And don't you love my technical words? But isn't it is really quite cool, the texture that it created. So I'm only at 6 minutes and 36 seconds, and this video says that it's 15 minutes long. So what do I talk to you about? I'm having a day where today I had to do some small paintings because I promised to have them somewhere by Friday, and I forgot. And I had to spend the day doing those. They were little, just 8x8 paintings, so that was fine. But this painting, let me get back to this painting. I never use black in my landscape painting, never. And for some reason, in these abstract paintings, black is becoming a recurring theme that I quite like. And I think that this painting just is I'm having fun with it. And here I'm just rambling. I'm rambling. But I don't know what it was about today that I just had to grab that canvas and do this. But you can kind of see that I'm very intent, and I'm having a blast. I'm really having a blast. I think if I turned this painting into the black and white, that there would be lots of contrast. There would be at least 3 shades that you'd be able to see if I turned it black and white. So I think the composition is fun and good. The glazing is going to be so fun. And I'm having a great time just adding marks that I think are becoming my signature. The thing that I'm going to do when I'm done is take it into the oil painting garage and add some texture and glazing with oil paint. I don't know if I'm going to, add another layer that changes the whole thing completely. I think I've talked about this before, that I might just use oils to add thickness and texture and maybe a few new marks. Now, when I was finished this painting, I did varnish it. I did varnish it with latex varnish, which I can go over with oil. I just needed to see what it looked like with that varnish on. And it turned out it was pretty great. And my son-in-law, who's got a really, really great eye, actually really ended up really liking this. I think it's all colors that I use. I only buy colors that I use that are my signature. Oh, there you go. That loop-de-loop I had a lot of fun with. Look at that. Isn't that fun? When I did that, I went, oh, that's a great moment. That's a great moment. I hope that shows up well on camera. It's funny. I'm trying to be I'm trying to be loose. I'm trying to not think too much, and yet I'm still thinking about what's happening on the camera. And eventually I will get over that. But, you know, we're all self-conscious, aren't we? And I think that's the thing with abstract, is there's a lot of things about it that do make you vulnerable, do make you self-conscious, and do make you absolutely figure out if you know what you're freaking talking about. If you know anything about color, if you know anything about balance. So tell me what you think about this painting. I'm trying to move the camera as I go so that it's centered. And I think I'm going to be quiet now and just let you watch me finish this and stay to the end. I talk about it, and oh, I love the drips. I am beginning to love drips. Sorry, side note. I'm beginning to really love drips. I used to think that drips were so, is the word kitschy? Is the word gimmicky? I think gimmicky. I used to think that, but now I absolutely love them. So I'm going to be quiet now until I start talking again in real time. I hope you've enjoyed this visit with me and the rambling.
What do I say about this? I think I like the direction that it's going. So what I've done here with this abstract, and you watched me do all the layers, I turned the canvas. I'm trying to work with a limited palette. In fact, my inspiration is this photograph. I haven't used too much of the green though. It's turned more of a turquoisey blue. That's okay, but this was my kind of inspiration to keep my palette limited, which is hard for me because you've seen my palette in my regular paintings. I put all the colors on there, but I've twisted it and turned it and tried to be reckless. So now what I'm going to do is let this dry, and I'm going to take it to the oil painting garage, and I'm going to add oil there. But did you enjoy watching this come to life? It's still intimidating to me, but I'm trusting my process. I'm trusting my color balance. I don't know if you saw any moments in there that, you know, adding a color or taking away a color worked. Let me know in the comments. And if you would do me a favor, if you would like this video and actually comment, it would be really great, because that will push out my videos and help me on this channel. And I will be able to make more readily with an audience that's engaged, and it would be really fun. So I'm kind of liking it. And then I don't know if you can see, I'm going to get behind the camera now. I'm going to show you two that I'm working on the walls. I'm liking those too. But the ones that are on the walls need to come off. They need to get stretched before I go to the oil. So today in the studio, I'm actually going to finish a few acrylic paintings now that I've got acrylics out. But this afternoon, my plan is to get into the oil painting garage. I need a change up. It's fun. So I hope you had a great day, but let's take a look at the pieces I've got on the wall. behind. I'm really loving them. So let me get behind the camera so I can show you. I'm really liking them. I don't know if there's enough paint on there yet. So that's going to be the next thing. And in the camera, it's a lot more intense, it seems. But I might have to leave these up on the wall a little bit more, another layer of acrylic, and then I'll take them off, get them stretched, and put some oil on. But I'm loving these big loop-de-loops. Anyway, loop-de-loop, that could be what you call me from now on, loop-de-loop. So do something artsy, get into your studio, and try something completely new. I'm doing it. Talk to you soon. See you in the next video.